Viewer discretion is advised.
All right, host, you got to start this.
We got to get good at that, too. What am I supposed to be calling him?
Twinkie. You're Raven. She's
Twinkie.
a fart noise.
Are you just a host?
I'm Moosh.
You're what?
Moosh.
Moosh.
That's
mushroom.
a wet fart noise.
Mushroom. Moosh.
You're a wet fart noise.
The shortest lived podcast. What happened?
Lasted 5 minutes.
Raven
She got hit in
killed
the mouth.
everybody.
What
Now
happened?
the host can't speak.
What happened? Mush ate a bag of chips.
Mush. Is it mush?
Moosh.
Mush.
Not like mush.
Oh my gosh.
Moosh.
Just
Moosh.
wet fart noise.
Moosh.
That's your name. That's what I'm
Moosh.
calling you.
Well, your name makes
That
wet
was like the
fart
golf
noises.
course today. Just moosh.
I mean, Twinkie is funny.
Like, he's so stupid.
Moosh, when you think about a wet fart, is funny.
Oh my god.
All right, host, start the podcast.
Okay.
Shoot, you got to have an introduction.
Well, technically, she has started the podcast.
Yeah, but got to be an introduction like, hey, I'm Wet Fart Noise, and these are my two compadres.
I'm wet fart noise.
That's it.
I'm smushy pants.
Listen, I'm Mudbutt. This is Moosh.
Right. And I'm ass blaster.
Oh my god. Ass Blaster 5000.
You know they make filtered underwear? They actually make underwear that's got carbon filters in them.
I'm just trying to, like, how bad does your ass have to stink to put a carbon filter in your underwear?
Well, I think it's just how courteous you want to be to other people. Because if you think about it, like, you get a certain age, from what I hear. I haven't got there yet. I'm getting there. But from what I hear, you get to a certain age, that part of your body you just really have no control over. So instead of just, like, crop dusting everybody all the time, at least you're taking away some of the odor so you're not embarrassed. Because, I mean, every time you walk by, you don't want to be like, oh, damn, that smells like Ben Gay and medicine.
What do you mean when you get older? I don't have control over that now.
Oh, that's kind of sad.
You need to start doing some
Hey.
Kegels.
Better out than
should.
in. That's what they've always told me.
Well, that is true, but I mean, I do think there's a certain amount of etiquette to it.
I mean, it is a bit uncouth to be walking through, like Walmart, for instance, and
Yeah,
just blast one in the aisle. But when you get into the other aisle and you hear somebody go,
I have
that's hilarious.
I have been guilty of that. I try not to do it. The only time I've never done it on purpose. I will say that, but I went to an aisle to where I think it's empty. No one's going to come in.
That's when a fucking 10 people come down
I'll
the aisle.
I'll think great success, and then as soon as I round the corner to the other aisle, like then I'm screwed.
Mm-hmm.
I see like a family of 5 coming down, and they look like the most innocent people ever. And it's just like, oh my god.
We're just two middle-aged dudes who just talk shit, really.
I mean, I do think that I have quite a lot of life experience I could offer. A lot of what not to do's.
Well, is that what this is about? Because, I mean, shit,
Well, no,
we could
she
we
just
could do a whole year of podcast about that.
No, I think this is just like, hey, A, recording rants. B, she's probably going to throw some topics up at us and be like, hey, what do you think about this? Or did you hear about this? Or, hey, do you like this song?
All right, so do your intro.
Give us an intro there, host.
It's got to be catchy.
Host
Wet
Mush.
fart.
Mush.
Sorry. Moosh.
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 Like moose,
Moosh.
but with no E. Moose with an H.
Moose with an H.
Moosh.
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 Moosh. All right, go ahead. We're ready. We got this.
We can do this.
The host is going to laugh the whole time, and we're not going
It's
to.
your fault.
But that actually adds to the experience.
I mean, we're not going
I
to
think.
get anything done.
At least
here.
somebody thinks we're funny. I mean, I would
Probably
rather.
the only one.
I would rather have. I mean, I want y'all to act authentically. Don't fake it up. Because
Well,
I've seen those podcasts where like they laugh at it, and you're like, bitch, that ain't funny. Like you should look at them and be like, hey, we got certain standards. Like if you bomb, then we just gonna look at you like, nah, that went flat. Sorry.
You just suck.
Right.
You suck.
All right, so all right, do the introduction. We're gonna shut up now.
But I like the feedback. That was what I was saying. I don't want her to be like a zombie and just be like, oh, perfect. Because she has like this weird professional voice when she talks to her teachers. It's like she turns into like a 911 app, which I mean that's kind of cool. But it's like she turns into a 911 app, and she's like,
Hi, Miss So-and-so. How can I help you?
it's all like all professional and monotone, and I'm just like, oh wow, she's a psychopath. So if,
You do realize Raven was a Disney character
Yes.
It was like this. Was
No.
she mixed?
That's So Raven, yeah.
Yeah, that's
Oh yeah,
so
that's
Raven.
So Raven. I
How
thought
did
you were
you
talking.
not know
I think
that?
it was Disney, yeah.
Yeah, that's Disney. I thought you were referring to Teen Titans Raven, and I was like, that wasn't Disney.
So right now you're playing the role of
Yeah, I used to have
a
crush
young
on.
black girl.
Who's
Well,
lesbian?
I used,
Was she a lesbian?
I think
Okay.
she's married to a woman. I mean, it don't really matter. I still have a crush on her.
It's
I
okay.
seen her on one of those shows where they do the
Raven's a lesbian. It's
Um,
okay.
Yeah, I am. I'm a lesbian trapped in a man's
I
body.
want to be called Raven because it's a cool fucking bird.
No, it went back.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Seriously, it went back from me being old.
I mean, Edgar Allan Poe's poem Raven is
Yeah,
good.
that was the first poem that I really read
It's my favorite.
that kind of got me into wanting to read.
Yeah.
Because it was short enough, it was simplistic enough, but intriguing enough that I was like, oh, maybe there's more stuff out there like that. And that's really what kind of made me want to start reading.
I don't know how to read, so I skip it.
But it started back in the day to when
Explains a lot.
it was just your gaming ID. You know, everybody had to have like a gaming ID. So it was kind of cool back then. But now, like you said, that was way before Raven was born.
See, I
Like
get
she wasn't even thought about.
I get all my life lessons from books that have pop up pictures in them.
Yeah. I did for the first, until I kind of revisited when I had kids.
Are you okay with people on the internet knowing Moosh is your kid?
That's up to you.
Yeah, I mean, you don't
Because
have
I'm
to
probably
say
going to
that.
say some shit. We are related, and it's just all, it's all, what do they call them?
You don't have to be related to us.
Code names. But if you don't want to be related, you don't have to be.
You're just wet fart.
fine.
That's all you are.
Okay, so you're
Wet
good with
fart
that.
the host.
All
I
right,
mean,
good.
moosh.
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 Okay, go ahead. You
Moose.
gotta introduce us.
That's gonna be a running gag of a wet fart.
It certainly is.
I don't know. I'm not a big fan.
The next time I have one, I'm gonna record it and be like, "This is what your name sounds like."
Well, you should do that. 'cause
That's
we
the
can,
intro. It's
because
just your
we can.
wet fart.
Right.
There's program buttons you can hit.
You fart into a mic.
I'll clean it off afterwards. I don't want that fecal matter all over my microphone. All right, how you gonna come in with this?
Okay.
Hopefully
Let's
with
actually
Lysol.
get started.
I got an idea. Here we go. You can say, "Hi, this is Wet Fart, and you're on." No, don't do it that way.
You're on with Douche Baggins and his friends Baggins Douche.
Yeah, it sounds like we're on the radio.
Tweedledum Tweedledee.
Not funny.
Just do you, babe. Just do an intro.
Yeah. Just do an intro. You
Yeah,
got it.
we definitely have to say we're related because I guarantee he's gonna call me babe, and everybody's gonna be
I
like,
know.
What?
That'd be too hard.
Fucking Raven.
Caw, bitch. Caw.
Uh-oh.
Not to
She's
disrespect.
lost it now.
Not to disrespect the artist Raven, because she's very talented and pretty. So, and I'm neither of those. So
the artist formerly known as Raven.
I don't know that she went through a I don't want to be called Raven phase.
Are we gonna get to this damn
I'm
introduction?
trying to, but you're looking at
All right, we're gonna stop. We're done. All right, we're stopping. Go ahead.
Look the other way and be quiet.
It's even worse.
Nothing's happening.
No, I was waiting for it.
I'm fogging up my glasses.
Jeez.
Oh God, we're not gonna have an introduction. That's the thing. Like if we're gonna click on
We're gonna
this.
have a bunch of funny clippings.
Yeah, we're just gonna. People are gonna click on it, and it's just gonna be us fucking shooting the shit
That was just
from
me
the
trying
get-go.
to make an intro and never getting
And then they're gonna try to figure like, who? Don't do it like you're a professional, like you're talking
No,
on the
I'll
phone.
do
with
it. I'll do
somebody.
it.
Hi, this is Moosh. This is my podcast.
Moosh with news at
Two
11.
middle-aged fellows.
Is it really that bad?
No. It's just funny, like, because when your dad has more of like a childish kind of dialect sometimes than you do, it's just funny.
We're all kids at heart,
Kind of
I
like,
think.
she's way mature. I'm talking to my boss like, dude.
Bro,
Meanwhile, I'm in here like, hello, today's been a really good day. How have you been?
you know one of the things I refuse to say, like you hear, like I don't know why this is a Southern men's thing now, but they say "beau" all the time.
Beau?
They just call everybody "beau." Hey, beau, beau, you see that? Listen, first off, beau can be spelled B-O or B-A-U, but it's a fucking name for somebody.
Well, when you say beau, I think of like you're trying to say B-O. And that's where it takes my mind.
Right.
I think of JoJo Siwa.
Huh?
See, that's the generation gap there.
Yes.
I am a bit familiar though. Apparently,
What is that?
She's a
JoJo
dancer,
Siwa? Yeah.
and she's extremely popular on the YouTubes.
JoJo Siwa?
She's
You said that so so
So-
old.
So like she kind of grew up with her. I think she maybe a bit older than you. I don't.
She's my age. I didn't
Yeah.
grow up with her. Like, I knew.
Well, no, I'm
about
talking
her.
about like she's a
JoJo
dancer and
Siwa.
singer, and I think she had her own show for a while. And
I mean,
Yeah.
that's an original fucking name. that's
JoJo
for
and her
sure.
bobos.
yeah,
JoJo Siwa.
yeah, she's really known for like she does everything with a lot of glitter and big bows.
All right, I'm
She
reading
has a
these.
car with her face on it.
Oh my god, I'm done with you.
She's extremely rich.
She is. She's
I mean,
like
I guess
so
if you
rich.
have that kind of money, but like, I'm not gonna drive around a car with my ugly ass face on it.
Well, she's not ugly.
Dude, I read something today that says if 99% of people,
You drive a car with
Hold
Twinkles
on.
plastered all over it.
if 99% of people think you're ugly in the world, there's still 80 million people that will find you attractive.
Right.
Yeah, you're married to one.
You just
Oh, that's pretty good.
Good point.
That's pretty good.
yeah.
Oh.
This,
Why you gotta tell people I'm married? Shit, you gotta cut that out.
this might no, we don't.
Gotta cut that out.
No, you're married. You need to be proud that you're married. You need to
Oh, I am.
shout from the rooftops. You're
She's
married.
she's
Raven's married too.
Yes, I'm very proud to be married. I need to do the same thing.
He's not married to another
I'm
bird
lucky.
though, folks.
Raven's married to
No.
Bunny. That's her name. I have themed it. It is Bunny.
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 I was going to make the joke that technically it is because when we were young, she was really into Tweety.
That's a Tweety bird. When we call
It's a
her,
bird, bitch.
we can call her Tweety.
You said she's not a bird. I'm like, well, actually,
Tweety bird was a canary,
mother,
wasn't it?
it's a bird,
I know, but I'm saying it was a fucking canary.
which is
I get it. He's part of that bird family. But I'm just saying he was a canary.
I don't give a shit about the genus of the damn thing. I'm just saying it's a bird.
We're gonna trace it down.
Oh, that was an elongated. We're going to trace it down.
Right.
That was the southern coming out of her.
And there's actually some discussion of whether Tweety was male or female.
Oh.
I mean, I don't really know. How do you sex a bird anyways? You could probably gotta stick your finger in a hole.
Into the
Probably.
cloaca.
It's
Yeah.
probably something very you don't want to be strangers.
That was an awkward pause while you thought about that one.
well, I was trying to think of what to say, and I'm just
Should
like,
leave that pause in there. People
Yeah.
are like, "Oh, what the fuck's he about to
you
say?"
definitely. Well, I mean, if you are strangers, you're definitely not going to be afterwards. But
All right, so
Like cloaca.
I'm reading this stuff on the screen you got
you
there.
don't get to use that word a lot.
I know, right?
Ask that first question. Let's talk about this.
Just talk about.
I'm gonna pick
Somebody
a
did-
good.
No.
No, I'm
ask
a-
the first one.
I'm at a disadvantage. I can't see this. what
Yeah,
you're
that's
saying.
good. You're not supposed to read it. Be blind.
Oh no. Oh, why? I mean,
Be like
just
you-
ask the question.
Be like you are when we play golf.
That should tell you
fucked
their
up.
age range. They play golf.
Young people play golf. That is
Not-
That is
that's
cruel. We've seen quite a few strapping young lads out there today.
strapping young lads.
Couldn't play with shit, but they were out there.
They,
The fact that they use the word strapping young lads.
I mean, I don't think the word or that phrase "strapping young lads" is even from our generation. That's
No,
like
that's
previous.
That's not even mama's. That's like
Yeah.
so. That's probably like that's probably like old English.
So
Like,
see, there's still humor in him saying
Yeah.
"strapping young lads."
Yeah.
Strapping young lads.
it's definitely not common nomenclature for today.
Yeah.
True.
He didn't say I'm strapping on a young lad. He said strapping young lads.
I hope
Hey,
he's not strapping on
But
a young lad.
nowadays, like you have to leave your options open.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. Well, that's why I said I wanted to make it clear to everybody that he didn't say he was strapping on a young lad.
Nor I'm against anyone that does like to strap on young lads.
I mean,
that's-
me neither.
Can
I'm
we
not-
stop saying young lads?
I'm not one to judge. And let me clarify: when I say young lads, I mean of 18 and above.
That's a good. Oh, there we go. Yeah,
because
that's
we're
a
on
good one.
we're on the internet. Like we don't want the FBI be raiding our shit.
Yeah.
Like they're like we heard what trigger word young lads. I watched.
Oh,
No,
I shouldn't have
Oh,
worn pants. I
did
should
you
have put on.
did you watch
like,
that documentary?
shorts.
The one about boy.
no, I thought you was going to say the one about strapping young lads.
Oh, in this instance, like what's his name then? Because I know they don't mind me saying
Jared.
his perverted weird ass.
I
I
just,
didn't,
like-
I didn't realize that motherfucker was as freaky as he was. Like I watched that documentary and I'm like, how did nobody not shoot this motherfucker in the head a long time ago?
Isn't it like 3 different episodes?
It is, but
No,
that's
they just, you could have put all that into 30 minutes. Hi, I'm Jared. I was fat. I ate for 6 months. I got
So
real
I could-
skinny. I love little boys.
right.
End.
End of story.
Like, I don't want to know about this dude.
Well, it was the woman that kind of, in a way, she kind of. I don't know the law by any means, but it seems like entrapment to me. But hell, the FBI told her to do it, so it's got to be legit.
How is
right?
it entrapment if
But,
you're diddling little kids? That's not entrapment. You
Well,
should
because-
definitely go to prison.
Well, that's what I said. I'm not a freaking lawyer, but I think if like you know that say you used to have an issue with drugs and I know what your favorite drug was, and I'm constantly like putting a situation in front of you, kind of tempting you to do drugs, then that's kind of like entrapment.
Are you trying to say that somebody was putting little boys in front of him?
She kind of was. Like, she was
I'm
talking
gonna
shit
have
with
to
him.
watch this
Yeah.
now.
Like, she was talking shit with him online about, like, oh, what would you want to do to that?
Oh, they
little
do
boy?
that shit all the time. I watch guys on YouTube who they go on. I guess there's like, I don't know, these apps where
Oh, that's the
it's
big
little
thing.
kids
Yeah.
or whatever talking to each other.
Fuck if I know.
Oh, that
I
there's
don't
so
know.
many apps.
Yeah.
Yeah, anyways.
They just get into one
Pick
and,
one.
and
So these-
pretend to be a kid.
Yeah, so these old guys get in there and they find like these 12 and 13-year-olds, girls and boys alike. And then, but the guys that I watch, they set them up like they act like they're the little kids.
Yeah, like To Catch a Predator.
Yeah, and then they'll go like they'll tell them to meet them at like Walmart or Walgreens or something, and then they're like, "Haha, motherfucker, we caught you."
See, we used to do something.
Surprise!
We used to do something similar back today, but we didn't have cameras. Like, if we knew somebody like diddled a kid, we would just beat the shit out of them to where they couldn't think straight no more.
All right, what you got for us, Moosh?
Moosh.
No, we need to differentiate the voices. I
Differentiate.
butchered that.
She ran that shit completely together. Thought she was gonna cough at the end of it.
You're making me laugh too much. I'm literally talking.
We're
and
gonna have to
laughing at
hire
the same-
another host, is what we're gonna have to do. She's just gonna be in the corner laughing the entire time. Like, who's this Moosh person? Like, you hear that fucking laugh in the back? That's her. That's what she does.
Okay.
I'd be serious.
Introduce yourselves.
That's how you're gonna do it? Hi, welcome to our podcast.
Introduce yourself.
Introduce
bitches.
yourself.
Podcast.
So I fucked that up.
That's
I
not
did
even.
fuck that up.
That's not even like good social etiquette.
I know.
Like, you know, it's just like you walk into a room.
Introduce
Hey,
yourselves.
yeah. Introduce yourself. I'd be like, this motherfucker's wanting to go down. Like,
Right, like,
he's
like you're either gonna be really intimidated by it, or you're gonna get pissed off. One or
right?
two.
You're like, what? Oh, you know me? Don't act like you know me.
All right, so right now, work on your introduction.
Okay.
You got this. Oh, she don't have it. She don't have it.
You're making me laugh.
We're gonna have to give her a
I'm
sedative before we
socially
start.
awkward and I get nervous.
Something.
But the laugh, like, I feel like that movie Trolls, like, the laugh kind of gives you energy. It's almost like a drug in itself.
Yeah, a little bit.
You're welcome.
But we still need an introduction, so you gotta stop laughing.
Because when was the
Then
last
stop
time?
talking.
Because when was the last time you were truly that happy? Right.
I don't think I'm. I
That's
don't think I'm ever happy.
right. That's some depressing. That's some
Fucking
depressing real shit right there.
Angry middle-aged man.
Right. That just
No, I wouldn't say that, man. I'm happy
trying to,
most of the
trying
time.
to get through life without getting deleted.
Every once in a while, I'm like, don't turn the lights on. Stay the fuck away from
Imagine
me.
how Bruce Lee feels. Like, he quoted
He's dead.
to live to be. I know, but imagine
You don't feel shit.
You don't-
He's gone.
we're not going to get into theology in the first one.
Use that degree, Raven.
We've been working on this introduction for 24 minutes now.
And what we should do is, like, the first this should be the intro.
This
Everyone-
is the intro. Welcome to the BrainlessCast with Raven and Twinkie.
I like
That was pretty good.
Yeah,
That was
oh,
pretty
yeah.
good. There you go. Look at that. You
See,
did
I
that every
did
time.
it. You just had to shut up for 2 seconds.
So now you just have to take that clip and put it at the beginning, and then we'll go, hi, I'm Twinkie.
Give me a minute.
Raven is predisposed right now.
That's the intro. Give me a minute.
It's the longest hit ever.
And I'm Raven.
It comes in 5 minutes later. Listen, I'm Raven.
Hey.
I'm high as fuck right now.
Oh.
Well, you want some good material or what? That's the only way I can be happy.
Jeez. I just need the drugs so I can be happy.
I'm dead on the inside.
All right, what do you got in here? Am I the ass? Why the asshole?
By the ass,
Listen.
yes.
First off, asshole is one word. So, because when you break it into two, ass hole, like, well, I don't even. I'm like, why would you? Why do people do these things?
Because it's funny.
That's right.
Am I the ass? Hole?
Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
Because from well, I mean, it's actually brought up a good topic. For her age group,
They can't write cursive.
Well, you're. I can.
She can.
Excuse you.
I'm surprised they could count past fucking 20.
well, she can actually write in calligraphy, but and you're talking in totalities. It's not everyone. I'm just saying there's a lot of people in her generation, and even her, they find humor in the manipulation and creation of words that never existed before.
Manipulating is not funny.
But I mean, it's like that with
unless you get shit from it. And then
it's like that with every generation in slang, though. Like if you go back to the '60s, you know, they had like the "hey man," you know, like all kinds of weird slang for stuff. They just wanted their own language away from their parents.
Yeah, our generation said "chode" because of Beavis and Butthead. That was a slang.
My generation says Riz.
Well,
yeah, y'all have lots of shit that.
Well, chode's actually a short, fat dick.
Right, but Beavis and Butthead said chode, so that was okay. Anyways, we're just talking about short,
like the line
penises.
I took from Beavis Butthead was like.
That's
like,
not a line. That's a creepy.
It was
laugh.
a line for them.
That sounds like you're fixing to murder Twinkie.
That was a pretty good imitation, I thought, or interpretation, or.
Are we sure that chode actually means short, fat penis?
Yeah, because remember that.
I feel like it's some type of animal.
That British lady.
Amphibious or something.
That British lady on. Oh shit! What was the name of that show I told you to watch? Where they date backwards. They start out naked.
Naked and Attractive?
Yeah, Naked Attraction.
Naked Attraction.
Yeah, because I'd heard that term too, and I always just thought of it as like kind of a throw off to a guy. But like through their perusal of penises on this show,
there's a lot of penises.
She actually speaks in like a very scientific, almost like factual way, like educational way. So, like, the lady's like, well, she'll go up and she'll be like, okay, well, what is it about this, you know, gentleman's package that you like or whatever, you know? And she's like, oh, it's a little bit short, but it's really, you know, and the lady's like, well, that would be a college, and they'll actually, like, bring in, like, a little cartoon.
I can only get through about 10 minutes of that show. I was like, there's a lot of dicks on display.
And you call me prudish.
There's a lot of dicks. Like, it was just, that's all I could look at. You ever watch something?
Maybe you need to reevaluate.
No, listen. You ever watch a movie and it's got subtitles on?
Yeah,
and
a lot.
You end up reading the subtitles and you miss the movie? So I do that, right? I can't stand...
Yeah, when I watch an anime, it has to be dubbed. I can't do it subbed or I'm just reading a book at that point.
Yeah, because you're just like, something happened. Oh, shit.
You should see Raven's face. It's like, wait, what? Can you multitask?
No shit.
He probably, like, he's so talented, he could probably get one eye to aim at the subtitles.
I don't know.
And the other eye watching the screen the whole time.
I don't know how, well, I was going to agree with you to a certain point.
I mean, he is a raven, so.
True. But.
Like, that's their capabilities.
Hey, watch the cartoons, birds be eyes going off.
They do. I don't know why, but I mean, I don't have a problem with watching the movie. But I will say this, I do have to have it more quiet where I can focus and watch the movie. Like, I can't carry on a conversation of like, hey, did you see that or whatever, and watch a good subtitled movie, because then I'll miss either some of the action or some of the dialogue. Yeah. So I do have to focus more. Like, it has to be more quiet. But I mean, me personally, and I think that's just the difference between men and women generationally. What am I calling it? Bunny.
Calling it?
What's the code name for his wife?
What does she remind you of?
I can't answer that right now. Let's move past this.
Twinkies missus.
Yeah. Just right now, we'll call her Ding Dong.
The old lady.
I'm a Twinkie, she's a Ding Dong. I mean, it makes sense to me. It's all a hostess cake anyways. Cream filled.
Sugar.
Makes
anything taste good. I'm telling you, enough shit. You put enough sugar and fat on something, it will taste good.
You put sugar on my fucking steak, it's not. I'm not gonna be happy, and it's not gonna make it taste better.
You know what I mean?
Well, you said anything.
True.
I was taking it literal.
Yeah.
Twinkie and Raven are. This is fine. Twinkie,
They can figure it out. They'll make them come back and figure some shit out.
Was you about to ask me my age?
Yeah.
You never ask an old person their age. Right. That's just not. That's cruel.
And then I'll generalize it. Twinkie and Raven are Generation X, and I'm Generation C. So there is an age gap.
Yes.
A great age
Generation
gap.
C?
Generation X, Deaf Melon.
No, what'd you say your generation was?
Gen Z.
Oh, Z. I thought she said C.
As in zebra.
Z. I got you.
Zebra.
Xylophone, although that starts with an X. Never mind. Fuck. It does.
They're not gonna. I know, but you
fucking English language is the hardest
to start with,
to learn.
you said.
Oh my God.
I mean, think about it. Xylophone sounds like a Z. It should start with a fucking Z, and then somebody created a word and be like, nope, we're gonna start this with an X.
Let's confuse all of
and
you.
It's gonna sound like a Z, but we're not fucking using that.
That's because the smart people that made the words initially didn't pronounce it the way we do.
I mean, we're also the only language that uses multiple definitions for one word and spelling.
It's confused. Yeah. Well, we're not the only, but we do have multiple. We do have a lot of that.
Yeah. It's out of hand. We gotta change it. Fuck you, Webster.
But dude, like the Asian languages are just. I remember a job I had when I was younger. I had to proofread a document, and it was all in Asian characters.
Oh dear
And
Lord.
for what people don't realize, like proofreading, it's like back in the day, they had people to actually look at what someone produced on paper, and you would compare it to what a client would produce on paper, and you would make sure it matched. And they would do this in any scenario, whether it would be a newspaper or financial or a book or whatever. You have proofreaders. So anyway, that's what I did at one point. Well, this document was done in Asian characters.
What a great job.
Of course, hey, sometimes you just, actually I enjoyed it, but...
Of course you did.
Nerd.
Yeah. But I don't speak the language, but we kind of created our own ones, the ones that would proofread it, because we were like, yeah, the square box with the little downward roof and the man standing to the right. That character is wrong.
You had a whole fucking paragraph to describe one thing.
Yes.
Just Chinese characters into geometry.
Yeah. I mean, but they can get...
This one looks like a TP with an L beside it.
Well, then you get
Either
into...
that or learn a whole language.
Right, but I mean, it's fascinating because then they have simplified and traditional, which is a whole complete different set of characters.
Yeah, I would love to learn how to speak Mandarin.
So I still don't understand why English is the most complicated language.
I mean, I love Chinese food too.
Well, he didn't say complicated, did he? He said hardest to learn.
Yeah.
It's hardest to learn.
Would you rather have an elephant-sized cat or a cat-sized elephant?
I definitely don't want a cat-sized elephant.
I don't like fucking cats, so
I'd take the cat-sized elephant.
I'm going with the cat-sized elephant.
Yeah, could you imagine a cat the size of an elephant?
That cute motherfucker.
Dude, their dicks and the size they are. Imagine.
Automatically went to the penis. But it's a cat-sized elephant, so
No.
it's not going to have an elephant-sized penis.
Right, I said the other. What? No, I said the other way around. I said, could you imagine
Nobody
a
said
cat
anything
the
about
size of an elephant?
With all the spikes on its wiener? Think about it. Yeah, cats have spikes on their wiener.
I
Right?
know, but that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about we would be eaten.
Why do you just randomly know that?
Elephants aren't running around.
Also, ow.
Right.
You ain't never heard of cats
And really,
mating?
it's similar. Yeah, they scream like that.
Yeah.
It's not like ooh baby baby.
Yeah, I know.
It's like, oh my god, you stabbed me with something. Why?
Yeah, there's only like a few mammals that actually have
It's like if you ever,
for pleasure. Humans, of course.
Dolphin.
Dolphins. Pigs, I think.
I don't
Pigs
know.
do.
I know monkeys do.
Are you sure?
Monkeys will do it just for pleasure and to show dominance.
Yeah, see, I don't like when you say the dominance thing, I don't think there's pleasure in that. We might have to do some research on this one.
It don't-
We could probably do a whole podcast about
Probably,
that.
but that's that toxic. That'll be the toxic masculinity podcast.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. So
Don't
we're
deepen your voice.
we're
Toxic masculinity.
So we're both saying
You gotta talk higher for that one.
Oh,
No, that's bad too. You just gotta be yourself.
yeah.
That's what everybody needs to do. Just
You
be
keep
yourself.
reminding yourself of that, and we're doing it already.
No, I am reminding that of myself, and I'm not talking about just for the podcast. I'm talking about in life.
I mean, shit, I'm sitting here with the tiniest pair of headphones with a fucking cat ears on top of my head.
Like how
For reference, they're my headphones. Twinkie forgot his at home.
Jeez.
our
I
generation,
need some cool ass headphones. I can't keep wearing these.
we have to. You have to change.
All right, so we're both saying we would take a cat-sized elephant
Yes,
any day of the week.
Okay.
Because fuck a cat that's the size of an elephant.
because we would
Fuck
all,
a cat that's a normal cat.
we would all be dead.
We just don't like cats. I don't want it. Listen.
I don't dislike cats.
I don't want anybody to think.
Did you
that
see
I'm-
that Netflix documentary? Don't fuck with cats.
Yeah, that was pretty good.
They'll ruin your life.
Listen, I don't want anybody to think that I want harm caused to cats.
Note: Twinkie
I just
is the
don't
one
like 'em.
talking shit about cats.
I don't like cats. Okay. Listen, I'm gonna go into it a little bit. Okay, cats aren't real pets. Think about it.
I would agree that cats are more independent thinkers.
Very independent.
Yes.
Also,
And that's
when-
why a lot of people say that it's more of a privilege when a cat chooses you to be
cats don't choose you.
their. They kind of do.
No, they're manipulating you into thinking they chose
Well, they
you.
do.
But they'll knock shit off your desk and scratch the shit out of you trying to crawl up something.
You know they taught themselves to purr. Yeah, they actually taught themselves to purr because they realized that we liked it.
I can see that. Still don't like
Psychopaths.
cats.
Well, you got to respect it to a certain extent. But now, one thing I'll say, I'm not gonna say I don't like cats. I will say that I don't like cats in my home. I think cats should be outside because they can fend for themselves, and I think it's good for them to fend for themselves. You know, I know there's a big debate about like where you live and whether you get them spayed or neutered or whatever. But
They also should be in Chinese food.
cat,
Yes.
I would try it. Like if I knew somebody that was like a cook that like could cook like anything. You know, I tried like chitlins. Everybody gave that a bad rap, and I tried it from somebody that knows how to cook it, and it's delicious.
Just for reference, neither one of them wishes death to any cat.
No.
I mean, I ain't gonna swear to miss that motherfucker, but you know,
My dad.
Stop digging yourself into a deeper hole.
My dad used to kill my cats. I'd bring them home.
oh no, we're not going on this. No. This is
Why is she
that's
laughing?
too
That's
deep
not
to
how you
do.
close that out.
You just can't go with a stupid maniacal laugh at the end of it. This is the end.
This is the end.
Well then, in that case,
Popular.
since we're on the YouTubes,
The YouTube.
The YouTubes.
give us a click and
Subscribe.
Share, subscribe.
Ain't that a thing?
Yeah. All three.
Like, comment, and subscribe.
We're trying to get to 1 subscriber.